Welcome back. What's your favorite photograph from history? Maybe it's a president or another iconic figure. But for our very own Chris Radcliffe, the question was very easy to answer. However, what does it have to do with Central Texas? Here's Chris and the Kiss.
Hey everybody, welcome to my home office. This is one of my favorite photographs in American history. In fact, my wife knew I loved it so much, she got this for me as an anniversary present. So imagine my excitement when I found out somebody in our viewing area had a major connection to this iconic picture.
Meet Shirley Suits, the widow of Frank Suits, the sailor with a huge smile just to the left of the Kiss. In Alfred Eisenstadt's iconic photo, Frank was in Times Square that very day, shown prominently in two photos. His legs are crossed in one as he was dancing a jig at that moment. In the other, a huge smile. But the moment and the magic captured by the Life magazine photographer was the furthest thing from his mind on VJ Day.
Well, it was for him and his buddy, which was not in the picture, who was next to him. They were so elated because his group was going to be on the first wave into Japan. And they just knew how many were not going to come back home. And so that's why he was so excited, not only because the war was over, but it was saving grace for him, you know.
And here's the amazing part. Suits didn't know he was in that photo until Life magazine published all four of the photos in 1980 in the 35th anniversary publication, and a friend saw it.
One of his co-workers saw the picture, and he was at the dentist office, and he said, I looked at it and I said, my gosh, that's Frank. And of course, then next day he goes to the office and says, Frank, did you know you were in Life magazine? And this was in '80. And Frank said, well, I was at Times Square whenever all that was going on. And he says, and I remember the sailor kissing the nurse, but he said, I didn't think anything more about it.
Alfred Eisenstadt died in 1995, but described why one of the four photos he snapped of that scene over a 3-second period was so perfect. He said, quote, only one is right on account of the balance. In the others, the emphasis is wrong. The sailor on the left side is either too small or too tall. And just look at that smile on Frank.
It was a glorious day for him.
Today, Shirley lives in Waco near her daughter Tracy and grandchildren. She and Frank were married for 42 years and called Florida and California home.
But he was kind of a private person. So, I mean, he wasn't a horn tooter, you know, so. But anyway, it was exciting when I found out. We found out.
Hollywood and pop culture have really helped to keep Frank's 15 minutes of fame alive, from The Simpsons to Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian, and many others.
Well, I absolutely fell in love, that's for sure. And but like I said, he was just a fine person. I wished he could still be alive.
So this Memorial Day, we remember the stars of the Kiss, Greta Zimmer Friedman, who died in August of 2016, and George Mendonza, who just passed this February, 2 days shy of his 96th birthday. But we also remember Shirley Suits' wonderful sailor Frank, who died in December of 2009.
He brought a lot of joy into the home, and he was a good father, a good husband, and a good friend, you know, really.
A man who never needed or wanted any fanfare, but had his own date with destiny, and who was center stage on what was arguably the most joyous day in American history. Reporting in Waco, Chris Radcliffe, Channel 6 News.
Now, unlike the Eisenstadt photograph, this photo is another angle at the same time. It's a Navy photograph, and it is in the public domain since a government employee took it. Now, while the angle of the photo might be a little less interesting, Frank's hand and leg can be seen right behind the Kiss, and the angle also shows the chemical bank and the Trust building with the Walgreens pharmacy sign there as well in Times Square. For more on the Kiss photo, visit our website, kcentv.com.